Welcome to the first episode of my podcast, and thank you for listening. On this podcast, we have an exciting plan to feature a variety of episode types. You can look forward to episodes where it's just me covering a financial topic, others where I share the best information from a book I'm reading, and episodes featuring an interview with a professional who can share their expertise with us. All of these episodes will be created through the lens of how will this content help you win the money game. But for the first episode, I decided to share my story and how this all came to be. You're tuned in to the Matchpoint podcast, How to Win the Money Game. I'm your host, Thomas Cook, financial planner and founder of Retire to Teleco, a wealth management firm in Knoxville, Tennessee. And together, we'll navigate the financial court of life to help you maximize your wealth and minimize taxes in retirement. I've always been financially curious. As a kid, I remember walking into a fast food restaurant and wondering how they're paying their bills. I remember thinking, how many hamburgers do they need to sell to actually cover the cost of those workers back there? And that is not a typical thought for a child. To help you understand why I might have been that way as a child, it's probably helpful to explain the environment I grew up in. Now, before I talk about my family upbringing, it's important to share one of my favorite quotes, okay? If you always treat others like you're going through something hard in life, most of the time you'll be right. We have no idea what's happening behind the curtains in people's lives, so giving them grace is always the best way to go about it. I say that because I'm about to share personal details about my family upbringing, and it's not to put my parents in a bad light, but rather to shine a light on the effects of financial stress and how that impacts other aspects of life. Ultimately, why I've gravitated to helping others with their money. So from the bottom of my heart, I truly believe that the work I'm doing is sacred. This is my calling in life, to help others have a better chance of a happier life by reducing stress and allowing them to focus on what's important to them. That's the whole idea behind the words maximize life. So with that disclaimer, let's open up the curtains a little bit. I grew up in a large family. My dad was a school teacher and my mom stayed home with the kids, running an at-home daycare to help make ends meet. I never went without, but things were always tight for my parents. Listening to the stories of my dad's upbringing, he remembers as a kid wanting something so badly and never being able to get it, that I think as a parent, he's overcompensating for that, trying to give his kids what they really, really wanted, even if that meant going into debt for it. And with debt comes financial stress, and with financial stress comes other side effects. And I may be wrong about this, but most of the fights in our home growing up were caused by financial stress. At least it felt like that at the time. Disagreements on how money should be spent, comments about missing mortgage payments, needing to run to predatory payday lenders just to make ends meet that month. I remember at times we were told by our parents that we couldn't go to the grocery store if we were going to ask for anything. Well, it got worse. Eventually, my mom got cancer, and it felt like that was the straw that broke the camel's back, right? Life is already hard enough when you're dealing with a health crisis like cancer, but when you add financial stress on top of it, it was a perfect formula to make that particular time of our life challenging. Here's a great quote. I don't know who to attribute it to, but they say, healthy people have 1,000 wishes, sick people have one. After my mom's battle with cancer, my parents had to declare bankruptcy, right, from all of the medical debt that had piled up. And so bankruptcy was a way for them to get a fresh start. And things were different after that. My dad started working a second job, which helped with the financial stress, but it came at the cost of less time in the home, which was very challenging for my younger siblings at that time. In my opinion, time is even more valuable of a resource than money. In fact, there's another quote that I love that says, don't let any worldly success justify failure in the home. And don't get me wrong, we didn't have a bad childhood, and luckily my mom survived cancer, and my parents are on a much better path financially today. And I look back and I realized how much they sacrificed to make sure that each of my siblings were able to pursue our dreams. And I'm eternally grateful for my parents, their love, and the love of all the other family members and friends who stepped in when our family needed it, right? I remember many years where we were doorbell ditched. We would open the door, we wouldn't see who was there or who did it, but we would see a box on our doorstep that had goodies and Christmas donations, so my siblings and I could have presents under the tree. So we've had many angels in our life. We've lived a great life. But you can now, maybe you have some understanding as why, as a kid, I'm walking into a fast food restaurant thinking, how are they making ends meet? How many hamburgers do they need to sell to pay all these workers? And anyways, fast forward a little bit. In high school, I was blessed to be in a financial literacy course. And I say blessed because at this time, there were only 5 states in the nation that required their high school students to learn about money. And I was lucky enough to be in one of those 5 states. So when I first heard about compound interest and how saving a little money each month could make me a millionaire in the future, I was hooked. I saw learning about money as a way to avoid financial stress in my life, and I wanted that so badly because I thought then I would have a better chance at having a happier family. In my head, if my family only thought about money and if I could eliminate that, then there would be no more fights. As you grow up, you realize, well, if it's not money, it's something else, and the real solution to peace is effective communication and listening to understand, regardless of what the problem is. Quoting the Beatles, they say money can't buy you love. However, quoting Chris Janson, a country singer, it says it can buy you a boat and a truck to pull it. So I'm not sure who to attribute this next quote to, but you've probably all heard it. I've been rich and I've been poor. Rich is better. So although money isn't the solution for all our problems and desires, it can at least provide security and peace of mind. And that's why I want to help you win the money game. So you understand money is not the goal, but rather the tool to help you focus on what is important to you. So here's the rest of my story to bring us up to date. By working hard in college, I ended up graduating debt-free from one of the top financial planning programs in the nation. Since then, I've worked at prestigious wealth management firms to get the 10,000 hours of experience to master the skill of financial planning. I launched my wealth management firm, Retire to Teleco, last year to provide Teleco Village residents with fee-only financial planning to help them maximize their lives and minimize taxes in retirement. I love pickleball and proudly serve that community, which is how this podcast got its name, Match Point, How to Win the Money Game. My logo for Retire to Teleco is a map pin with the stars from the Tennessee flag. This is because Teleco Village is in East Tennessee, a beautiful part of the country that many visit, but few are lucky to call home. Teleco Village has become a popular retirement community because of the active lifestyle East Tennessee offers, right? From the Smoky Mountains to the rivers, the lakes, the social aspect of Southern hospitality, as Dolly Parton so powerfully represents as America's sweetheart and as a product of East Tennessee. And lastly, because Teleco Village has also become a popular destination, or Tennessee in general, because of the lower cost of living compared to many other states, right? And although Tennessee has a high sales tax, it has no state income tax and a low property tax. Now, I've also founded a financial education company called Refine Your Plan. This company aims to help those who are serious about improving their financial wellness, no matter their stage of life. In fact, I'm close to publishing my book, Schooled But Not Educated: How to Take Charge of Your Finances Within 5 Years of Graduation. And I'm almost ready to go live with my online course, Dollars and Cents. Everything about money you wish you learned in school, where students of mine will get to apply what they're learning to their unique situation and see results quickly, right? They'll have access to 2 software programs. One is Savology, a financial planning software that helps you clarify your current reality and prioritize the tasks needed to improve your financial wellness. The other software is an estate planning document preparation software called Wealth.com, which can help you get your will and power of attorney documents all in order. So all of that is included in the price of the course, which is $297, just under $300. I'm offering a $100 savings for anyone who purchases the course before October 1st of this year. Just to thank you for being an early adopter of mine. My logo for Refine Your Plan is a combo of a pencil and a filter, as they both symbolize what I like about the word refine. The idea of the pencil is that your future is written in pencil. It's not pen, right? That you can stay sharp on your intention to improve and edit what your future looks like. The idea of the filter is that it helps remove impurities or distractions of what is really important to you, right? And so that collectively is my idea of refining your life, your plan, your money. If running 2 startups isn't busy enough, my passion for helping others with money has led me to teach personal finance as a lecturer at the University of Tennessee. My passion is also why I'm on the board of Financial Planning Association of East Tennessee as the director of Pro Bono Financial Planning. There, I built the system to offer a group financial literacy course and one-on-one consultations with pro bono trained certified financial planners. So in addition to that, I volunteer at VITA, Volunteer Income Tax Assistant, to help those most in need filing their tax returns, which has placed hundreds of thousands of dollars back into our community each year. Most importantly, though, I know how to measure my life. Thank you, Clayton Christensen, for putting words to that idea. But for me, my true success is in my ability to be a true disciple of Jesus Christ, a loyal husband to my wife, Katie, and a loving father to my 2 sons, Lincoln and Silas. Thank you for listening to my story. Stay tuned for more to come, and I will help you win the money game. As we wrap up, remember that your financial match point is within reach. Connect with me at retiredtoteleco.com for personalized guidance and additional resources. If you found value today, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review on your favorite podcast platform. Thanks for listening. This podcast is for informational purposes only and does not provide financial, tax, or legal advice. Each individual should consult with their dedicated financial planner, tax preparer, estate attorney, etc. before making any financial decisions.